Going live, going live, going live. Mm. Well, it's not cool. Mm. Hi there. Looks like I'm in slow mo again this morning. Good morning. Good morning. I was laughing. I was taking a bath, and I was laughing about how mad I was yesterday. Now, this is not funny to anybody else, but it is funny to me when I get in that 3-year-old mentality, and I'm still healing. And but I was so mad because I have to wear because I'm being told to wear the scarf. It's just like, so today I'm wearing this scarf. I wear a little different. I'm wearing this scarf with gratitude and that kind of stuff. Gratitude and appreciation and love. So I grabbed the for the thumbnail. It's oh my goodness. I've been meaning to really study some of these Egyptian names. Seshita, right? And she is the goddess of creative writing. I thought that would popped out, and then I went into the tarot, and this one popped up, the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into this right now. I'm gonna take a couple drinks of this, and my stomach's growling. But I want to talk for a minute. My mom passed away in February, the day before Valentine's Day, um, and yesterday my brother. We haven't buried her yet because she has been buried at a veterans cemetery with my dad, and so with COVID and the backlog and everything, not till next month. So my brother sends me, the picture of mom. I remember taking that picture of mom. It's her best picture. She was going to a wedding, and I remember her cheeks were all red. She had her blush on. She was 85, almost. She was like right there by like a month or two, February to April. April 1st is her birthday. So anyway, almost 85. So I remember that she must have been probably about like 78, 79 when I took that picture. But anyway, it's just one of those beautiful pictures of her. She was like, my mom was an Aries. Aries is just like fire. I mean, you ever just look at the eyes of an Aries? I mean, they look like diamonds. I mean, that's my experience. But I have an ability to see deeper into people than you know, I don't know. Than most people, because they're not seeing what I see. I'm like, nah, that's what I see. But I see deeper into people. We see empaths see deeper into people than they know of themselves. Yet, it's a yet thing. So I saw my brother's like, "You got a poem? What poem do you want to use?" And we're looking at poems and stuff. And I'm a poet. Where's my book? Where's my book? I had it out last night. I'm doing a revision. And that was me. That was me when I started this. No, way before I started this book. When I was publishing. But so that's why Mamacita's coming in. Our dear. Do you mind if I call you Mamacita? I call Isis, and who I call Set. She's like, it's a set. It's like everybody calls you Isis. Anyway, that's what creative writing was perfect today. So anyway, I'm in the bathtub. I'm taking a bath because I fell asleep last night, just like sitting. I'm just sitting, and I wake up and I'm like freezing because my windows are open. Yeah, yeah. So I grabbed blankets and yeah, and oh my gosh, I'm taking my bath and I'm thinking about the poem that I chose for mom, and then I'm with dad. They did a bookmarker. And I was like, if you need something, maybe I can do a one-liner, I can do a two-liner, I can do a short. So I played with a poem, I took a poem that I wrote about my mom, and I just took like, something like the diamond light. My mom had diamond eyes. She was a morning person. She woke up like at 4. She was like excited. She'd open all the windows, all the curtains, everything. She wanted sunlight and she wanted fresh air. And where we were, freezing, and then she'd whistle. She'd whistle. She had this whistle that every morning for us to get up. It was like the whistle, not the whistle. But her eyes. April 1st, I would say you can't get any more Aries than April 1st. You can't be any more Aries than April 1st. So anyway, her eyes shined like diamonds. I'll never forget that. That was mom in the morning. That was mom in the morning. So anyway, I'm in the bathtub and tears. It's just, yeah, tears were coming in. So I got to do some more grieving this morning, and it feels so good to grieve. And I took off, I think, a week or maybe 2. I don't know when. And I just everything, just everything, just threw it off my desk. All my to-dos, and I focused on my divine feminine experience, right? And the idea of divine feminine for me is, and we're just using that word, it's like, again, it's like, or that phrase, this we're gonna really work with this one. A rose by any other name is still a rose. So it doesn't mean a woman who hasn't experienced, or who didn't come to this lifetime with their twin flame experience, doesn't mean she's not divine feminine. So we're just going in. I'm just using that phrase because that just kind of helps us say, oh, you're in a twin flame relationship too, so we can understand and guide and support. Ladies, divine feminine, if you're when I'm saying this, I refer to you as being part of a twin flame relationship. And what I was told, that if you do not love yourself, this relationship will destroy you. That's yeah. So when they say it's not a fairy tale relationship, I'm like, well, you haven't read the same fairy tales I've read. Because there were some giants, there was a big bad wolf, there was this apple that had a certain something that you put, princesses to sleep. There was a tower. Redhead was captured. I don't think you read the same stories as I read if you don't say that the twin flame relationship is not a fairy tale. It is my experience, but ultimately, nobody wants to get destroyed, so we have to do the work. So I cleared my calendar, I cleared everything, and I focused on what I needed to. Maybe my guys are like, don't do this. You're hyper focusing. I'm like, I'm not leaving until I come across. Anyway, they sent me, I did what they told me to. And I've been, following directions. But I took some time to really, really focus. And I came up with some amazing things that are coming through that will help us, that helps me. And I believe it help other women understand what a lot of this is because we're cleaning up the divide between the masculine and the feminine, right? That's part of our commitment, our contract, right? So that's a biggie. That's a really biggie. We have situations, between masculine and feminine. But anyway, and that that unification of yin and yang and that kind of stuff, that's what we're doing. So a lot of stuff has come to me, and I will be in time sharing this stuff. And I just really know that as women really understand the way, because we know history wasn't, we know we're not getting the true and it makes really good sense. It's like that's why, and that it's like that's why I'm so afraid to look into that. So the guilt that came up today and the shame, I was just like, it was so cool. For the first time, it's like, guilt and shame. Well, what's up? I'm just, what's up? Okay, looks like we got some work to do. I wasn't like attached to it. For the first time I've ever experienced guilt and shame, I was not attached to it. So I'm doing this thing because I'm a Way of Mastery, Course in Miracles, non-duality, Course of Love student. Um, and we call it the holy instant. Remember, we're in this experience of Judeo-Christian language because that's what people are accustomed to when it comes to Jesus. Also, you can go to any, like, you can go to Pamela Ehrlin, you can go to so many spiritual people ascending, and Jesus will use the language that whatever language he's channeling through to is right. We discuss that. So you'll hear stuff like, like warriors, like we're called, spiritual warriors. He'll speak that language and stuff. I'm loving the whole curriculums. So one of the phrases that is used in the Course of Miracles is the holy instant. And the holy instant is when the Holy Spirit, which is our divine mind, it's our true mind, um, our higher self. Uh, when the Holy Spirit translates the illusion into reality, right? Which is always love, right? So this gentleman who is the facilitator, let me close this because I'm getting, even though it's kind of a cloudy day, I get the east sun, the morning sun, um, facing it. So anyway, he talked about a situation where his life was in danger. We're talking bullets and guns, and he had a holy instant. He had the experience of a holy instant. And he went from these two men wanting to take each other's lives to this beautiful love. He's like, I love this person so much that I was like, how do I serve you? you know, from from this, they're holding guns, they're carrying guns. One gets, in fact, he's even shot, right? I think he shot himself. You know what? Yeah, I think that, yeah. I'm kind of laughing because the actress in me, the thespian in me wants to, like spiff it up, like he got shot. No, he shot himself. Still, you know, sometimes you get a little frustrated and overwhelmed, and you kind of shoot yourself. I mean, we've all, how do you say it? What is that word? Figuratively shot ourselves in the foot, right? Okay, so anyway, but yeah, so the holy instant is that moment when everything is translated. So when we leave the illusion into the reality that all there is love, that we're one, to have that experience of oneness. So as all this guilt is coming up, and I'm just like, okay, we got work to do. And I'm feeling it. I'm not just, I'm feeling the guilt, but I'm not attached to it. First time. And so but and then ego wants to translate it. Well, this is what's up. The motherfucker did this, and the bitch did that. And you, my dear, are just so innocent and gullible, and how dare they take advantage of you? And I'm just like, okay, thank you for sharing, and then I'm just going into that desire for that holy instant, which is that true translation, because that is what's going to take us and catapult us into dimensions, other dimensions where we're in this beautiful, because we've experienced it. I've experienced it. I think everybody's experienced it, but it's not constant. There's not a sense of constancy, right? It might be, here and there, but we've all had those experiences. That's what keeps us on the spiritual journey, right? But it's like, that's where you just access, just access, just access. I want to drink. We just access it, right? We're right there where we're not having to strive. We're not having to, it's like, well, I got to manifest this. We're right there. Divine intelligence. That's what we're doing. That purity of love will take us out of this 3D dimension where everything is dense and frustrating and, work, just that work mentality, we got to be on our grind. And, not to say that that's not part of, well, that will always be part of it, but it's just, we're accessing, so I don't really know because I haven't spent a lot of time in there, but there are times where it blows me away what comes through when I'm in that dimension, right? When I'm in different dimensions, higher frequencies, higher vibration. So I'm in a better mood today because I did the work. I'm in a really good mood. So this is like, because yesterday I'm like, where am I? Come here. Where are you? You're just like kind of fussy. And, it's like, okay, you got to wear, you have to wear a scarf. I wanted to wear my hair out. I put it in a bun. I'm like, okay, no bun. I got to. So, but yeah. So it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So let's go into, let's go into playfulness, and then we'll let's do this, okay? Follow the beat, sing and dance with the breeze, play your very own universal drum. Slow down to catch up with your music, then get ahead of yourself in frequency and vibration. Rest and work and play within the bliss of your own hum. Blow kisses in the wind, flirt with flower petals, wink at sparrows, follow a butterfly's flight with your heart. See your thoughts as shining stars, catch the wind in your hair, know the sun as your own crown. Sink into your richness and observe the sunshine as your neighbor's reflection. Pause and breathe in the twilight, give into the lullaby that ends the day's business, and enter the softness of slumber. Rest in the peaceful whiteness of wide dimensions of sleep. I like that. Okay, let me just make a little note here. Oh my goodness. So let's go into, yeah. Let's go into that. What would that be like? Let's play imagination right now. What would that be like? Let's be like Elmo. Da 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 da, and then just say your name. Risa's world. What would Risa? To follow the beat, sing and dance with the breeze. Play your very own universal drum. Slow down to catch up with your music, then get ahead of yourself in frequency and vibration. That's called the rise. Rest and work and play within the bliss of your very own hum. Blow kisses in the wind. Flirt with flower petals. Wink at sparrows. Follow a butterfly's flight with your heart. See your thoughts as shining stars. Catch the wind in your hair. Know the sun as your own crown. Sink into the richness and observe the sunshine as your neighbor's reflection. Pause and breathe in the twilight of slumber. Rest in the the peaceful whiteness of wide dimensions of sleep. I just got to do this. I am learning to just do it now. That's the way things get done. Do it now. Okay, this is in my, oh boy. Okay, that's not good. It's like, what did I do with it? I have a little thing here, so I just put this in my to-do. Okay, so I'm gonna put this right here, right there. Groups, and they're doing this whole seminar thing, not today, tomorrow, for adults that have to write things down, and yeah, it's so because I don't have all the executive functioning, and my frontal lobe has its own drum beats. We all Well, you know what I mean. Um, these kind of ideas, or they just like come through, and that's where Sashita comes in. So if you are ADHD or even ADD, if you're ADD, you're look at, this is my experience with people that are ADD. They just kind of like, okay, well, we're just like really hyper. I got the H, right? I got the H. So ADD people don't have the H, but they have, like, they've got their own thing going on. They're imaginative and creative and all that. They just don't have the H, right? So sometimes they get on my nerves because they just get me. I have to be honest. They just look. They're like, no, because you're spinning out of control. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That's right, genius, and you notice. My granddaughter is ADD, and they're just, older she's getting, she's like more accepting. I know my connection is, well, that computer, I have two computers right now. That computer was kind of screwing up, so I'm gonna have to close my connection, reopen it, and something like that. So if these are our thoughts, think about that. Our thoughts create our experiences. Our thoughts create our world. So if we're thinking like this, I've got 13. If we're thinking like this, compared to the thinking and the thoughts that we've been thinking, what kind of world are we going to create for ourselves? Right? And that's what I mean, accessing. I mean, this is access. Follow the beat, sing and dance with the breeze. I mean, we're like, that's us being within the truth of who we are, which is a symbiotic relationship with creator and creation. Creator, we are a symbiotic relationship. It's just this flow. It's just together. It's vibing together. There's no constriction. There's no, barriers. It's just this movement, this forward movement. How many of us are just like so like, you just get in that flow, play your very own universal drum and slow down to catch up with it. Catch up with your music, then get ahead of yourself in frequency and vibration, right? And that's what we're working to do. Rest and work and play within the bliss of your very own hum. All right. So, okay. Let's go into the way of mastery, and let's master this bitch. And when I say that, I just mean, that I come in from that idea that we used to say, life's a bitch, a husky, a female husky. And when we were going to the breeder, to have conversations with the breeder about raising her and stuff, they would always refer to her as a bitch. Oh, the bitch. Yeah, well, the bitch this, the bitch that. And I just remember it was just so fascinating to me. Well, she was an alpha bitch. And I really just have a whole different idea about bitch because of her, and she was a bully because she was an alpha. She was a little puppy. We take her to, like, we were in Chicago at the time, so we take her to Belmont on the lake, right, where the dog park is, and then we would be out in the suburbs. They could run free, and she would just bully other dogs until a Doberman Pinscher would show up. She became like so docile that she would just like remember Olive Oil. I can't even do it. Remember Olive Oil and Popeye and how she would just melt. She would just melt. She was a Doberman Pinscher. So anyway, I think all of us alpha females need a Doberman Pinscher to fly. So yeah, it's about mastering, and to master our thoughts, which is our choices. So we can choose to we're listening to on our tarot readings, right? And the tarot readings are coming up because we got it. That means cleaning up, right? shows us with thoughts. Now we're going to master. We're, cleaning up this. Our consciousness is about mastering, right? Mastering our choices that we can experience a life of joy, play, peace, thrills, sexiness. I'm working on something. Um, I really wanted to have everything done before I start the videos, but my guides are like, no, no, no. Yes, you can. I always play with Jesus. Oh my God. Sometimes I was joking. We had this experience. I'm not going to go into it. And I'm like, it started off as an accident. Nobody got hurt. And then it just became really beautiful. And so I was like, I brought Jesus in it. And I'm just like, how Jesus was working through it. And, it was funny. Yeah. I play with my guides. So this is what I was missing yesterday. It's like, where are you? Come out, play. No, I'm mad. I'm always scarred. I wanted to have this more organized. If you become wholly committed to awakening for dream you have dreamt since the stars first begun to appear in the heavens, and if your one desire is to be only what God created, then lay at the altar of your heart with every breath, everything you think you know, everything you think you need in your mind, and allow correction will come. And the day and the moment will arise, and all of your pain and fear and suffering will have vanished like wind that pushes the foam of the wave away, revealing the clarity of the ocean beneath you. You will literally feel throughout your being that there never was a dream. Some memories might remain with you, and you will know that somewhere you must have dreamt a dream or had a thought of wondering what it would be like to be other than the way God created you. But it will be such a faint echo that it will leave no trace upon you. In your heart, you will smile gently regardless of the circumstances you find yourself. There will be peace head to the tips of your toes, and that peace will walk before you wherever you go. It will enter a room before you enter it with a body. And those who are becoming sensitive will wonder who has come into their place. And some will even say, behold, I believe Christ has come for dinner. And you will be that one. For that is who. So I've been coming back to this idea recently to, if you become wholly committed, I promise you this. If you become wholly committed to awakening from the dream you have dreamt since the stars first begun to appear in the heavens, and if your one desire is to be only what God created, then lay at the altar of your heart with every breath, everything you think you know, everything you think you need, and look lovingly upon every place that fear has made a home in your mind, and allow correction to come. It will come. Regardless of how you experience it, it will come. So I'm going back to the moment, to the ideas that I think I know, because the more we know, it's like, okay, I got this, and you're just feeling good, and you're just moving along, and I got this, and then all of a sudden, the I got this crumbles, and you're just like, whoa, there's more. There's more. I'm going to leave myself out of it. And I'm going to ask that Jesus comes in, because I was like, oh, Jesus, you weren't part of that, were you? I was just like, he's like, not really. So I was trying to get through it. Okay. So we were on a subject today in the bathtub, Jesus, where I lost it. I was thinking this would be a good idea to come for a moment and let him come through. You know what I'm doing? I'm going to share with you. I love when Jesus or Aset or Isis or, the Holy Spirit, or, that's interesting. Let's keep that. The Holy Spirit, or any of the divine masters, the angels, or our cosmic friends come through, it tickles. It tickles inside. I love it. The vibration. I love the way the vibration feels. So as I'm releasing, the idea of me, and allowing Yeshua to come in. Yeshua, it's like a blessing. Okay, it's like a blessing. It's offering me a boost. Like Michael Jackson. Okay, all these cards are coming in. Which ones? Okay, there's. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. We're gonna do. This one showed up. Let's put you back where you belong. This one, the Selkie in her skin, reclaiming your authenticity. Familiar with Selkies? There's a movie called Ronan-ish, The Secret Place of Ronan-ish. It is, if you love the Celtic, the Irish, the language, the dialect, and that whole Irish experience. Oh, let me burn a little more of this. You're gonna love it, Ronan-ish, and it'll explain to you. It's a beautiful movie. I'll put it on my timeline, on my movie list. So let's do this. Let's get playful. So I found these at the Dollar Tree, right? It's when the Dollar Tree was $1. So I got like Mickey Mouse, and I got these cards. Like, we got football. Oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, I got the football, the baseball, the football, the soccer ball, and the basketball one time. So that just kind of me an interesting read. I didn't do it. It was my own read. So, and then we got balloons. So he wants to get playful. Because yesterday I was so grumpy. I was so grumpy because I had to work school. I was like, okay, that's not for you guys to and well, you guys could be compassionate to it, but that's on me. I like to do this. And I just want them always to be upright. I just saw some, and then if they go green, no, Mickey, what's up, Mick? I don't know what's up, right? A chew. I like it, chews. Wasn't that what's his name? Cheech Marin movie. I like your chews. I like your jacket. I used to do that to people. I like your shoes. I really like your shoes. Okay. All right, let's see what we get. Let's see what comes up. So yeah, the Selkie in her skin. It's a really, really good movie. It's about seals. She was a seal. That's all I'm gonna tell you. And so then she had to be a human being for a while, and she went back to her seal. So it's interesting. It's an interesting dynamic of a movie. And this is kind of confusing me because they're not the same. Okay, let's do this. Okay, I just saw Goose in reverse. I'm not into reverse gooses. I'm not into reverse gooses. But I accept that there are goose that are reverse. And I'm willing to love unconditionally we got black. Very interesting. And then we got look at that. But it landed on the square. Okay. So we'll see. Okay, okay. Oh, we got red. And then we got green. And then we got a fireman's hat. Look, a fireman's hat. A yellow cup. One of the swimming circles. Is that hibiscus? An orange hibiscus. This is going to be very interesting. Okay, then we want to get. So I went to the spiritual store yesterday and bought me this. I forgot what it's called. Oh my goodness. Can I interrupt? Snow quartz. Snow quartz. Okay. Anyway, I like it. I like it a lot. Ooh. All right, so let's see. What animal? I used to say animal when I was a kid. Then finally I had to stop and say animal. And then that's when life just became even got me a clear quartz. Because I lost my clear. Where's my clear quartz? Okay, Jesus, let's do this. What in the heck can that be? It's like, are they here to fix my garbage sleeve? Do I go answer it? Damn it. Hold on. Okay, that's cool. That was cool. I mentioned to one of my neighbors, oh, I like that. Oh, I have some extra. So cool. Let's see how that goes. So I usually overcook, and I take my neighbors. I take my neighbors' food. So I haven't been doing that lately. I've just been doing vegetables, and they're like, "No, we're meat and potato people." Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, let's do this. I got some. Oops. I almost burnt my feather. Okay. I usually keep it. That's because I usually. Okay. I do that. I ring the bell. I try to have my own bell ringing, and people know it's me. So I do that. So you talk about you get what you put out. You want to eat this or not? I gotta go get to the door. So I was like, okay, I appreciate that though. I really do, because I really want to. Okay, never mind. All right, Jesus, I'm giving you my mind. I'm giving you my mind and my heart. Ooh, me like it. Whale. Ah, yes. I love black for this reason. Saguro, he said that if we were black, that we're absorbing everything. My glasses, I gotta go get them fixed. We're absorbing everything. If we were white, we're floating or something. But black, when we're wearing black, we're actually absorbing. Because I remember hearing him say something like that. And I'm like, okay, and then my guides took me right there, and I'm like, whoa. Okay, so they want me to wear more colors. Cobra Kai. Oh, that's interesting because I put it right on the red. Let's see what this one is. Ooh. Okay. I'm feeling green there. Okay. I am just puzzled, dear Jesus. Very, very puzzled. I'm still learning these cards. These are the Wild Unknown edible. Let's get our fairies. Let's get the fairies. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this all, and then I will show you. See what's up. I am totally confused. I hear this. Except for the whale part, because it's on the black. And when I think of black, the void, I think of just music, just being in darkness. It's like the womb. The womb is just, there's music in the womb, and it's just, and then you get to eat. And if your mama was like my mama, she ate good. Tortillas and cheese. Look at this guy. What's up, guy? What's up? He's a soul shrinker. He's not too happy. But then you got her who is laughing, right? It's called Epona's Wild Laughter. Epona? The owl right there. It's interesting. You see the woman right here. Very interesting. That is interesting. 54 and 50. 54 and 55. Okay, all right. All right, let's do a little bit of this. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Okay. So I shuffle. Let me knock on these. All right. So what more would you like to? This is, I'm a little, I have to admit, I'm just like, am I going to be able to do this? I'm not getting anything here. Okay, I'm being told to spread them out. I want to spread them out. I'm going to have to make some room. Okay. All right. Where's my Lemurian crystal? I love my Lemurian crystal, but I don't think I have it. Oh, it's in my. Okay. You want to come? You want to come join us? Oh, the feline. Okay. I'm getting it. Look at that look. Oh, we're in duality here. Okay, 3. Oh, what a trip. This is a trip. Okay, let me put this away. And I said, get the bottom one. Oh, oop. And mira, look. The lion. And Mickey. I always like the top cards. Okay. Right, don't we do that? You guys told me that. Look at him. He looks happy. He's like, doesn't he look like he's saying it's all going to be worth it? And look at this guy. Look at homeboy. he just, I know that feeling. But then look at her. Innocence. Are we in? Okay. All right. So let us look. Let's see what's up. Oh, and Minnie. Okay. You know Minnie. You know me. Look at. He's just like, it's all going to be worth it because look at that. She's got someplace to go. This looks like an adventure to me. Look at that. He's just like, it's all good because follow me, right? Divine feminine. All right. Okay. So this one popped out, and this is about reclaiming our authenticity. So we got, look at him. Let's look at these two guys. No. Let's look at these two guys. Let's compare them. Right. This is contrast. Okay. We want to look at them, really get a good look. Now, when you come home from a busy day, Is this the face are these the faces you want to see? It's like, this is a critical situation. Or would you rather see these when you come home after a hard day? What would you rather see? Okay, let's get look at that. There's such an innocence about this retriever guy. Look. Okay, so you see the contrast? You see the contrast? I'm gonna get all these cards together. Do you see the contrast? Okay, so that's what we look like we got into here. So we got this black, and I associate black again with, and then the whale. I love to go into the void. I remember like the dark. I want to go into the dark, and this is early on in my spiritual journey, and we're like, what are you doing, you weirdo? We're the light. And but I kept on hearing the void, and it was like wanted to go back to the void. Take my glasses off. The whole coconut milk in the refrigerator did not really work, but I get these little pieces of like coconut, because it just kind of it just kind of gets cold and kind of lumps up. It's kind of cool. It's like a stronger flavor of coconut. But anyway, these two music. Ooh, cool. Follow the beat, sing and dance with the breeze. Play your very own universal drum. Slow down to catch up with your music, then get ahead of yourself in frequency and vibration. Rest and play within the bliss of your very own hum. You get that now? Ay, ay, ay. Okay. I just put my glasses back on, huh? It just kind of tripped me out. I'm going to go to my eye doctor. She's down the street, and I'm going to see if they can fix my glasses. Can you fix my glasses, please? Get that? Reclaiming our song. So it's like going back into the void, that darkness, that void. That's interesting, because I'm not going to go into it now, because it's just so I want to experience it, and then once I get to kind of experience it, and then go into it teaching it, so I can learn it deeper. But it fits with that shame. And then we got this red, right? And cobra. No, wow, because red, I've got red, my red crystals. I'm doing red. They telling me to wear red. Where does the Kundalini rising begin? At our red chakra, at our base. Divine Feminine. Look what I see. Isn't that a trip? You feeling what I'm feeling? So we start out with red, which is our core. This Kundalini, Cobra. And Cobra just strikes, but it's also poisonous. That came to mind. And you see how the lines are going up? This is fire, right? This is the alchemy symbol for fire, right? And it's all going up. It's rising. It's all rising. And then you got some orange, right? It's going up into the to Kundalini, which is the orange. We're reclaiming. We're reclaiming our authenticity. Now, when I say divine feminine, I'm saying women who have, or no, those who have chose to experience the twin flame journey. We're gonna be, just because we're the twin flame doesn't mean we're gonna end up with our twin flame. But the whole point is that we love ourselves, right? That's it, and we love ourselves by and loving ourselves is the same thing as reclaiming our authenticity, right? So when I say, well, I'm getting divine feminine. So if your lifetime, this lifetime is not with a twin flame, that doesn't mean this is not for you. You still got to do. You're still, doing this. But they came up with the apple. We all know the story of Eve, right? We all know Adam and Eve, the seductress. Whether that was the true story or not, right? And I listen to Pamela Erlin, and I follow Lilith, and so she's like, I beg to differ. I love. I have a really tough, very tough. I'm a very Queen of Swords way about me when I speak, and I feel that with Lilith. But the divine feminine love stories, which are, what I'm getting, these love stories that we're leaving, right? They're the Romeo and Juliet story, and it's really interesting. Last night or yesterday, I was listening. I was in a group, a spiritual group, and one of the women, she's in Canada, and she's in one of the big cities in Canada, and she's on the subway or whatever their mass transit, and she was talking to a young lady who was probably, I don't know, because I don't even think she was in her 20s, who was a foreign exchange student from India, and so he just walked away. That bothered her. So then, of course, she said, well, it's really about loving yourself and not, allowing somebody else's, idea of what relationships are and all that to determine your worth, right? And so it's interesting because you think of a young lady in America coming from India. But anyway, she could come from Europe and be in the States or in Canada. But the whole point is that we're coming out of these old ways of relationships, right? We're leaving the old paradigm behind. Can make the decision on who is right for someone, right? And that's the cultural thing and that kind of stuff. Ultimately, what we're working is is to reclaim ourselves, right? To reclaim our sovereignty. So I'm just that was coming up, and while I'm bathing, and it's just like, wow, we're leaving these what do they call it, Romeo and Juliet themes, these love themes, these archetypes, right? We're leaving that. We're leaving this, like, what we call better for what's better. And so I'm thinking about that. It's like, and that is what divine feminine, because we don't really have a choice. We can't just get into a relationship and it all be one, just like, okay, I'm just gonna leave and just leave this relationship, and I'm just gonna go and meet someone else. It doesn't work like that. We have to deeply, deeply love ourselves. We have to let all these archetypes, we have to leave them behind. We're doing something that is like, and think about it, because I see like other people in my groups and stuff, and I'm thinking, there's something we were all told to do when I did it, and I comment, right? Like, I just saw the martyr. Look, this is an archetype, the martyr, right? Okay, and then we got like the mentor and the goddess and the poet and the exorcist, but like the orphan child, right? I mean, We got look at the hedonist, right? Which isn't always the best for us. The thief, that's an archetype. The vampire, that's an archetype. Even the priest. Depends on how we look at priest. If we have to deny ourselves, to serve God, then the warrior, the victim, right? The victim. I love trickster. So trickster is very balanced, if you use it correctly. But yeah, the gambler, another, the hero, heroine, the gossiper, the liberator. It's like I'm picking some out, but like the virgin, the person who's it's all new. That's what we're working towards, this divine feminine, to get to that virgin, that like, and the virgin part is just creating a whole new experience in love, right? So then you got, all these, the addict, you know. So we're leaving the Don Juan, Don Juan each other. We need to be encouraging and supporting, and serving. There's the servant, the visionary, the queen, the avenger, dun, 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 the storyteller, the prostitute, right? That's another. The rebel, that's another. The judge, the femme fatale, right? Um, the slave, even the angel and the beggar and the damsel, the guide, the lover, the bully, the destroyer. So we're leaving these, and it began. The split began, with the story of Adam and Eve, right? The apple, right? Because I've heard men cuss out women for their eveness. Cussing out Eve. I've heard men do that, right? So it's within that Kundalini rising, which is everything that is how much time? Oh my God, we're at one. Okay. I heard, don't worry about time. um, Everything that we're holding all these patterns, and we need, and what that's we reclaim, do the reclaiming. Then what happens is that Kundalini rising comes in and clears away all of the archetypes, and we go into gamma brain waves, and that's where we're doing the unlimited and the boundlessness, that we're living in boundlessness and unlimitedness, right? And then green came in. But it's so interesting because it came in with these two cards, and I'm going to add this. Yeah, I'm going to add this. And we're going to look at the fireman hat. The cup, I'm thinking what comes up, yellow cup is free will, our willpower, and is we have to fill our own cups. And then the crown chakra. Is it the crown chakra? The third eye. And this is the rebirth, the blooming, the flower, the virginity, this virginity. And look at this. Divine feminine. Look at this. Again, this is all your divine, your feminine. It's just the best that came here to get our ass kicked. Like over and over again until we purify. And maybe your idea is different. Maybe it's not. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just a little blunt. But we got this octave. That about, yes. So I'm seeing, he's showing me the dark, and it's another water animal, right? And Scorpio is a land animal. Okay. Show me the black. Okay. So yesterday, Pamela Ehrlin did a channeling of Teresa of Avila. So I'm a lot of research on. So I talked to her, and so she tells me what to do. She's like, "You're doing this. You're where I was contracting, so she showed me how to not hold, to embrace. Love releases, right? Love liberates. If we want to be liberated, then we love. Okay, so we start off by embracing and then we just keep on sending love. Well, what I was doing is love was showing me love by loving. They sent me to this. They want you guys to know this. They sent me to the park, and I laid on the grass and I just released it. Because I remember when I was working with a Native American man, he said to send it all. Because I used to hold on to energy because I didn't want to let other people have it. I said, I don't want it to send this out. Or Bodhisattva, and we'll go into that maybe another day. I don't know when, but or go ahead and look that up. If you find yourself holding on to energy, or why are you taking on everybody's energy? There's a Bodhisattva Kuan Yin cards. But so anyway, because Bodhisattvas are telling me today, Bodhisattvas, I'm in a hurry. Let me slow down. Slow down to catch up to your own music, to your own song. Okay. To your higher vibration, right? Which is high vibration, high frequency. Okay. So Bodhisattvas, and you could be a man, a masculine, and do this. We take on this dark energy. They're saying the bad boy. We take on this dark energy because we're to transmute it, but we really know that until we get into the spiritual journey. And transmuting, right? So an octopus really just the tentacles, right? So we take on this stuff and it stinks us because we don't know where to release it. And there is a book, and I want you guys, if you had a really abusive childhood, this book, and you're into art, this book is amazing. And I will introduce you. So I went, opened the book, and they took me right to the Bodhisattva. And it really explained everything. So if we don't release it, it stings us. So we've agreed to take on, and then we're, as a divine feminine, we agreed to take on all this energy, this darkness, and they're showing me, right, the rebel, the bad boy, right? We're taking this on, but we didn't know we have to transmute it, right? And do it through in freedom, no or anything like that. So this is our heart. And then there's this beautiful green shirt, and it's a man's shirt, and they made sure they showed me it's a man's shirt. Right? So we're from this dark, I saw this guy, the green, in a long time. And I remember thinking, wow, that is a beautiful shirt, and even it looked really good on him. And I remember, I don't see guys wearing that bright. It was a green. No, it was more green. This one is a little bit on the lime side, but it looked green. And I remember thinking about that, how green it was, and just like it just wasn't. It's just not the kind of, like somebody who would, wear the darker clothes, or the bad boy, that kind of stuff, right? Because of the apple. He's a bad boy because of the apple, right? That's what they're showing me. So we came to do this, right? So we end up taking this on, but it's so we can reclaim. It's so we can reclaim our music. Now, if you're not a divine feminine, in the sense you don't have, you're still the same dynamics, the same relationship dynamics. You still watch the same movies we watched, right? You still grew up in the same school system and the same collective, so again, there's no special. I'm just there. We just gotta, yeah, this is, yeah, we just gotta, I don't know, this is what I do. Okay. But this green shirt for me is this heart, right? So we gotta let go of the bad boy. We came to transmute, and that means we're not angry at him. We just give him his freedom, and he gets to choose, right? Otherwise, we're caught up in this. We're just in this tentacle. We're just holding on to because and it ended up stinging us. And that was that's on the green card. You can just roam in another country. You're just like, okay, I belong here, right? And so we get a green card for that creative life, where we're just like, right now I'm music, right now, 10 minutes later I'm a tree, because we're feeling rooted to the earth, and we're feeling that groundedness, I'm the moon right now. I'm feeling my intuition. It's all symbolic. You know, so we can just live this. That's what unlimitedness is about. That's why they're saying you're unlimited. No, I'm this body. You can be your music. You're a song, right? So for me, that's what this showed me. Is I can leave the bad boy, and not with honor and respect, and pure. It's your choice, and then experience. Um, I want to be really sarcastic right now. Okay, they're telling me no. I, and it's not about this. I think this is beautiful. It's about something else. That kind of, about this green shirt. So I'm not going to go into. They told me not to. But yeah, we leave them be. We love them. We do what but we got to release it. We didn't know. So if you're a divine feminine, yeah, if you're divine feminine, you're pretty much you're taking on a bodhisattvic life. So we came here to transmute this energy, right? And it's up to the one who chose to do this with us. Give up the bad boy and put on a green shirt. And it's just like, I keep on hearing no skin off my nose. It's like, in other words, it's like we don't attach to, that's the relationship I'm to have. Right? We don't attach to it. We just got to work through it. So we're working through their stuff. I'm just like, okay, so they're in their own world. Everybody has their own worlds, right? We've all created our own world. So they're in their world, whatever their world is, and whatever a woman is to them, whatever their childhood wounds are, whatever their lifetime, soul wounds and purposes. That's where I get to just like, that's not where I even enter. Where I enter is that I'm to transmute it. So when they were telling me embrace, and Teresa of Avila said to me, you're embracing, and your idea of embracing is this. And I was out in the north area here I'm in Northern California. I was out in the north area of my city, and I live downtown, and I walk everywhere. I don't have a car. I walk everywhere. And I'm under trees. There's one street just blocks away. The trees canopy the street, right? I'm out in the north area, and I'm just like, it just was like so open, but it was a hot day. And it was like, they don't have that's why I love being in this area, these older areas, because the trees they've joined their community, right? So anyway, I'm out, I'm taking this walk, and I just had to pause the other day when I was told to go face this, they're like, okay, now you got to go outside. And I'm just standing there, and I'm looking at this beautiful Victorian home and a couple of Victorian homes and the trees. And I'm just like, I call this to myself. I am a creator, and I call this You know, I live in this beautiful area. It's beautiful to me because I love trees. I love old trees. I love old homes, you know. So I'm walking yesterday and I got the music on and I'm just like opening up all my cells and I'm just singing. What song did I forget what the first song was? Because you know, I really like the ladies. I like to have my fun, which is this, right? Which is the the bad boy, right? It's like it was. He's like, I really enjoy the commitment of a stable relationship. You know, go me. You know what I'm saying? I have not. This is not the lifetime, or this is not the time for me to join the Green Party, right? So I thought, I thought that was, but he's singing joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me, and that's the beautiful part about it. So it's like we get to, it was just like led, and so I did the embracing, and then I just like releasing. It was just I let it just play, let them pick songs, and then you're my everything. You're was it very white, and I'm like, I like that song, but I'm gonna do my song and I love Can't Get Enough of Your Love. I sing that to God all the time. So I sing that to, Mr. the guy from the Green Party. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to leave the void, right? The void. Uh and the bad boy, the caste system, what you can't marry this one because this one doesn't have this, or there's all these social reasons why, and you can't be with this person because all these different ideas, right? you know uh they were sure I wouldn't watch it. I am not watching it. It's like, give me a break. But it would have been healing. It was something like I'm in love with a church girl or something. It was like, get away from me from that. I'm not doing it. I'll probably end up watching it. But that kind of idea, just like, oh my God, the relationship, that's how I'm feeling right now. It's like all these I can't, and all these reasons, why we can't, what all the stuff that we created. They're showing me guys. They're showing me this. All these, you know, that we created. These relationships that we got to fill our own cup. It's like this. It's just not about rescuing. It's about filling our own. It's not about rescuing somebody. It's about filling our own cup. It's like seeing. It's like being in vision, our third eye. And flowering as divine feminines, and flowering into that virgin, into a virgin of a new life. Sense of virginity, right? This clarity, right? So yeah, and there's no disrespect and there's no dishonor. That's a choice, right? And we don't need to be stung by that, because we're holding on to it, you know. And I'm laying there and I keep on getting bit by this. We already have an agreement. So I'm like, what is going on? I thought we had an agreement. And it bit me like a real, it's like, you little booger. I thought we had an agreement. So I ended up having to get up. I think, and I ended up doing some errands. I joined a Zoom meeting and I just had my earbuds on and laid there. I did some of my core exercises, and listened to the ladies. And I was laughing. Oh my God, it was so funny. She made me laugh, and so it was just so beautiful. And but I was releasing. Just opening up my cells, and just I've done the embracing. Now we have to release. So if you too get caught up in I'm embracing, but you got to release it. So now when I'm embracing, so something comes up, I embrace you and I release you, right? And I was thinking that song, "Turn Me Loose." Turn me loose, I said. Turn me loose. Idea, although letting the paradigms, the archetypes, the bad boy, the caste system, the Maria. That song played too. Maria, something West Side Story, right? Because I was like, you something Carlos Santana. So I was, but I'm like, I'm not feeling that. But I can see why they were playing those songs for me while I was dancing down the street. So then I put, can't get enough of your love. It's like the more you give, the more I want. And there's that one part, it was like something moves. Oh my God, I sing it all the time, but something moves and I scream your name. There's something, I just shift. So it was like shifting out of that. So I remember I was just like feeling it. My arms were up, but as I was singing and as I was releasing, and because the first car's going by, and I would just do those little extra dance steps and stuff, and just really feeling the music and letting that music purify me and letting that go, you know. I'm being my part. I'm feeling it, you know, and I just allowed him to celebrate with me, you know. And then that song, it ended with celebrate good times. Come on, there's a party happening right now. So bring your good times and your laughter. We're gonna celebrate this party with you. Something like that, right? So then I go and I lay down. I join the meeting. I'm saying I'm just gonna be on, you know, mute and no camera. Embracing. You gotta do the releasing, because this is what it looks like if you're not releasing. This is what it looks like if you are not releasing. Right? You're just. It's like our. Oh, look at that! Look at that! We're getting our sacral chakra is being hurt. We're just hurting ourselves if we stick in this octopus, right? This octopus idea. So open up the tentacles, you know, be the octopus. You know, you want to play with it. Just don't slobber. You can. You can see that I get to swim freely. Migrate with the whales. You know, the whales migration. Ooh-wee. From Mexico to Alaska. Oh my goodness. I don't know the whole migration, but rather than being in this, ladies and gentlemen, there are feminine that are masculine or that are men. So you don't, yeah, you know, we fill our own cups. We stop trying to rescue. That's the bad boy, right? Because we've had lifetimes as a bad boy. Because like my spiritual group, they're like, well, there's no such thing as time. You know, it's all happening at once. Yeah, you're right. But there are things, because I had a penis at some point in time, that's created some trouble in this lifetime. So I get that. But you know, it's like I'm still making up for for my experiences when I did have a penis. You know, so letting that all go, right? We're letting it go. Look at, I want to reiterate that. Look at that orange right here. Look at that orange. We need to let that go. We're stinging and stinging, and the Scorpio represents the phoenix, right? Where's our phoenix? We got to have the courage to face some stuff. I was facing some stuff. Oh, here it is. First, it goes like this. Here, where you at? It went like this. Okay. It went like, I think it went like this. Okay, it went the lion, which is the courage. Look at in that art. Look at all that green. Oh, I can win, Romeo. Look at all that green. Look at all that green. And orange. That is orange. Where's the orange, right? Our orange. Look at that. Look. Okay. This is what we're got courage. We got to be the courage to let a man like this in our life, to let a woman in that wears a green shirt into our life, right? Right. Without being guilty, because somebody else has their own choices. Somebody else has their own soul vibration, their own wants, their own desires, whatever. It's, you know, it's up to them. But then the shark comes up, right? So in order to get there, we got to go through this shark to get to the rising phoenix, right? Right. And that's what I wanted to be a little sarcastic about earlier, but Jesus said no, don't. So it just, you know, I know what he was saying. Look at that. It's a hawk. I saw a hawk yesterday too when I was at the park. Golden egg. Look at the yellow. Look at that yellow, right? All right, to be fertile. Yesterday we were doing that one card with fertility. Ladies and gentlemen, and we love them. We love them. And what does that mean? I don't know. I don't know. How can I know when I didn't know, right? No. So yeah, so that's, it's so funny that turn me loose. The other one. Oh my God, there was another one. But what's coming is I have to do that. That's me. That's me. We don't understand that, but it's because we don't see ourselves as animals. That's me. But look at all the beautiful colors, right? And they're all the dark. So we're just going through the dark. But look it's lit up for us. Divine has lit it up, saying, "Look what's happening. Look what's happening. We're showing you. You have to do the work. Get out of this. Get out of this paradigm. Get out of this archetype. And that means we got to face some stuff. Right? Get back into that. Just like, otherwise we're going to be, look at, do you want to go home to somebody who is comfortable, dark? God bless, and how beautiful, and we honor your choices, right? Look. Thank you for helping me give up the apple, right? Thank you. You're beautiful. Thank you. Or do we want to come in? Do we want to come home to this? Do we want to come home to this? Somebody who wants stability. They're not bad. They're not wrong. That's just what they want. What makes it bad or wrong is when we can't let go. And we're coming from that not letting go. Because we're pretty independent. I mean, even though I was born in 1964, I'm like double Sag. Sages are like the bachelor sign, right? Or bachelorette, That's coffee. Sag is like, so it's like, how can I be holding on like this if I have this, like, I'm like this horse that just wants to be free. I just see me, the best animal to describe like my ultimate life is a Mustang, running wild with a bunch of other wild Mustangs in Montana, the big sky country. I love the sky. My poetic name, my stage name is Iris Skies, because there's more than one sky to me because of dimensions, right? That's like, but yet I'm doing this, right? So there's just constantly getting stung. Go into the dark. You're safe. The beautiful. This is so perfect. We are so safe, ladies and gentlemen, because the turtle always has its home with it, right? We're home always. So we're safe. And look how relaxed, right? Look at that beautiful green. Oh my God, I think that is so gorgeous. Thank you, Jesus. I was like, what the heck are you trying to tell us here? Right? All right. We got Mickey Beanie, Divine Feminine. Look, this is Divine Feminine. Mickey's like, I got you. It's okay. Just don't be, just let him go. Let her go. Right? Let the masculine element, that's, with respect and honor and choice, and we reclaim. I'm gonna have to check my. I don't have problems with my internet. I don't. I just. I mean, I'll have it like every now and again, but I mean, I do Zoom all the time. I'm in the Zoom groups all the time. See, look at that. That innocence. I mean, and it's so beautiful because it's like this green. It's like, if you're a female, and you are attracted to males, as I am, it's like just even that child, that feminine child, it's innocence, because we're all masculine and feminine, and that's what we're looking for. It takes its own level. So as we integrate our masculine and our feminine, right? Isn't that just beautiful? I mean, the humbleness of this guy. And it's interesting because they told me to listen to go to the name. Sometimes they tell me, follow the card. And sometimes it's like, follow the words, follow maybe, like one, there might be just maybe that little ball. That's all that our spirit guides want us to see, to focus on, right? And this one, I was being told, because this says, EB, the retriever. Okay, and the is that what was lost will be returned, right? So we don't rescue the bad boy. He doesn't want to be rescued. He doesn't want to be rescued. Okay, he's got his own. He's got, right. We don't. But the cup, we fill our own willpower. We fill our own cup. And I love this circle, right? This is our vision. You know, this is unity. Circle represent unity. We're in unity with divinity, right? And we just have it's just so beautiful sexually. This is sexy. I mean, think about it, divine feminine. Whether you're masculine or in a man's body or a woman's body, think about it. How sexy is that to be like, I'm 57. I think about it. I'm 57, and just wow, it's like I'm like this virgin. Once I stop, let go and stop being stung and stung and stung. But we don't do it. We do it out of love. That's the only way we can. That's the only way we get in our walking papers. That's the only, if we're on it, we can't. We're not gonna get. Not gonna get to him or her if we do not. If we do not love. That's the only way, and we don't know what that means. We have no idea what that means, and that's why I'm going to be speaking about the holy instant, because that's the only. No card reading. Nobody. I mean, I can sit here and tell you, or I can go to any other card reader. We have our ancestors, my ancestors. I have friends who have passed on, and they're watching my back, but nothing is going. I mean, they're assistants, but until we have what they call the holy instant, and it doesn't matter what the words are. It matters what the experience is. A rose by any other name is still a rose, right? So the holy instant, holy, it's whole. You're getting the full truth. Can we just do that and then we're done? Then we're done. We got to face the sharks. We created the sharks. We believed in evil. We believed in, the femme fatales, and we believed in, the specialness. I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual. Therefore, I'm still. I'm his. I'm his twin flame. Therefore, I'm his special one. Right? We got to. That's what I'm getting with the shark. Because I was like, what? That whole special thing. I remember walking home, and it was I went and got my crystals, and I was in a crystal shop, and I just left the meeting with the ladies, and they're talking, and it was beautiful, and I'm just feeling it, and then all of a sudden here it comes, and it was calling me on how the reason why I'm in a lot of this, because we knew there was something. We knew we had this big. We have to do, and we have all these gifts. But what happens is we got caught up in special. Even if it was at a subconscious level, it's like, there's this special thing about me. right? Oh, I'm his special one, right? When we let that go, and I was able to let that go yesterday, and I was just like, whoa! It was just like and then I was singing "Bitty Bitty Boom Boom." That's that one. It's just like you're moving your lower body, and I noticed that about Latin music. It's really hip and lower body. So really just doing that, and as I was dancing to that, and then Selena laughs. I love that part where she laughs, and it just worked out. I can't really do what I really want to do, but I really release that, right? Because this is our sacral. We're being attacked at our sacral. Look at that. Because we're holding on. You gotta give up the idea. You give up the idea of special, you won't have sharks anymore. You don't. You got to give up. I was gonna try to give up special. It felt so good. No, I am not. And I just keep on to this to the women who he's with. It's like, I'm the divine feminine. I'm the flame. No, no, I'm the one. I'm the one that is to release this. That's what I get now. It's like before, because that's when they say the whole this is a trip because we're doing whole. He is. Oh, Michael is in charge of the twin flame relationships. He's no joke. But anyway, are any of them? Or very sweetly, but or sarcastically. Capiche? Capiche? You open it up. You let him go. You hear the train? You open it up, and you let it go. Capiche? Okay. Okay, capiche. Capiche. But anyway, I remember I forgot what I was saying. Just give up the special. Give up the special. It's worth it. It is. That's why a lot of people say it's not a fairy tale relationship. And then I'm like, well, you're right. It's not. It is. No, it is. It's like, do you see what happened to Goldilocks? Yeah, oh my goodness. But anyway, my God, Hansel and Gretel. They didn't want to be. They didn't want to be because of the that connection, and that connection is what that connection really is to get us to boss up. That's what that connection and I follow lunar eclipse tarot. Kelly, how can I forget your name? She sings it every day, and I love what she does, and she really reminds like I'm playing little, and I was just like, she's younger than me. It took me about 24 hours before I could really listen to that, and I was like, damn. You are so courageous to really, not put lipstick on a pig and break it down. And then they sent me back to her like about 2 or 3 weeks later. And she was saying pretty much, she goes, okay, you guys, we got to do this again. She's like, capiche? Let's do this again. But she's very gracious about it. Very, very gracious. And I'm like, wait, but I'm not doing that anymore. I'm like, and that we're showing you that you actually listen to her. I did. So it's so important that we support each other, And for those that are not in this lifetime in a twin flame relationship, you guys can get ready for because I think you might. I don't know. Maybe you will have a twin flame the next life. I don't know exactly, but we're preparing you so it'll be an easier journey. So yes, and we do. I had this experience where they were like guiding me towards him, and I'm just like, what? I was doing this reading, and all of a sudden it's like bam, 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 and I was feeling. I don't know. It was like I was getting pentacles and 10 of pentacles and 10 of cups, and it was just like I was like, what the heck's going on? This doesn't make sense. It made no sense to me. It really didn't, and I'm like, and they were like. Ding, 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 ding. They were messing with me. but I was going to get the green shirt. And I'm not going to pay attention to anything. You can say all the words that the mind can conjure up. I'm not listening to those words, not even to the words that I say. I am preparing myself through desire for the holy instant, that I get the experience, which we call the holy instant. Because I'm not listening to the world anymore. I'm not listening to spiritual information anymore. I'm listening to the holy instant, because I've had those experiences, and you're just like, it's beautiful, it's beatific. But we gotta bloom. We got stuff to do. We can't be hanging out, pining for an image, because there's a soul and a heart and a beautiful, and that, and we're completely missing out on loving that human being, that soul. And the thank you for coming in and doing this, because my twin flame did not want to do that. Okay. It's like, look at that one. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I saw the camel. Eclipse. The 16th of May. Ancestors. I see ancestors when. Look at that green. Look at that green. Right? Our ancestors will put somebody else in our life that wants the stability. Yeah. But we got to go through this. So we got this right here. But when I have it on my other, it says, I love Panther spirit. I love Panther medicine. Panther medicine is about going into the unknown, about the courage to go into the unknown. And that's what Michael's for. So we don't have the courage. Michael will help us win courage. That's his job. And he loves to do it. I think we got to get into our fierceness, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get real fierce. And we're not getting fierce with anybody. Us that we're holding on to. That's like this. Look at. This is interesting, because this egg can be considered like it's protecting till it hatches, and there's the healing element, right? The Kundalini, or it could be being controlled, being bound and tied. If you watch all those all the tarot readings and oracle readings, and you just hear how many divine feminine and divine masculine are being controlled. So it's time for us to get real fierce and say no, because it's all within us. No one can control us. No one. And that's what Jesus brings. Look at Firefly. No one can control us. Yes, look at this camel. He's just like, I ain't chipping. I got enough water to get me through the desert. Purification, right? Lunar eclipse, May 16th, I think. No, yeah, lunar eclipse, 16th, yeah, full moon. What that the solar eclipse is a partial. I thought it was a full. But anyway, so get prepared, start eclipsing, all right? Get prepared. And we, it's about respecting and loving. Oh, what I was saying, our thank you. That's not easy. That's not easy. That what they have brought to us, whether it's the divine masculine is a feminine or a female or a male, that's not easy, because it weighs on their soul. So there is a like thank you, and I have no idea how this is going to work out. I have no idea what that means. I mean, you can tell me love him unconditionally. Well, what the fuck does that mean? Because my idea of love unconditionally was not at all. So I don't know what that means. So that's where this guy comes in. I even have him here. Ay. Hold on. I'm not gonna give up. I don't give up so easily. Oh, you they don't want me to show up. Okay. It's like, nah, it's not a good idea. All right, I follow. Look at, and look what I found. Look what I found. Orange. Look at that. Circle, round. Vitamin D. Pill, yeah. Has to be peeled. Okay, now there's like no more. No, and it's not them. That's no one's doing it to us. We're doing it to ourselves. We got to fully take that responsibility, and we're going to be going into that with it. So let's get on that. I think I'll do it tonight, because we got the eclipse happening the 30th, and today is the 26th. That's us. It's not about somebody else controlling us. It's about the ego controlling us. The ego doesn't want to free us, and people come in and show us that, right? That's what I was going to sit there with the green shirt. I was going to say something. She's like, don't. And I get it. Yeah, because I'm just really, it's a conversation, right? So we want to free them because they're going through the guilt, and we want to give up all these paradigms. I mean, all these archetypes. Let's see what archetype. Healer, oneself. Right? Sound familiar? That's what I thought loving unconditionally meant. I didn't know what the heck love them unconditionally. It's like the next, I'm not listening. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. They're like, yeah, you can't. Because you're totally understanding us. We're not asking you. I used to say, get my ass kicked for Jesus. Here I go. What do you want me to do, Jesus? Go get my ass kicked for Jesus. It's like, girl, we gotta talk. We gotta talk. Because I'm not asking that of you. I am not asking that of you. All right. Yeah, as an elder brother. He's my big brother. This little sister of him and, the Egyptians. Let's go to the Egyptians. Let's go to the Egyptians. Let's see. What would you share with us? Blank. We want a blank slate. We want to fill this in, right? Right. What does the octagon mean? Is that an octagon? I think octagon. All right. Let's see. Ba-da-ba-ba. Let's add you. Is there any other card? Sometimes I'll leave a card out because they tell me to. All right. All right, you guys. Yeah, I'm just like that. Those are the ones. Those are his women. I gave up that specialness. I don't need that kind of specialness. It's like, no, that's not your commitment, and your time was not with me. So I get that release. It's like, I do not want to do special. All set. Look at that, ladies. Look at this gentleman. Both ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Look at that lightning. Oh, I said, she's like, no, I'm not joking. And then Anubis. And this, yeah. This is, Anubis is the son of Osiris and Set's sister. I can't remember her name. She's in here somewhere. Let's find her. Quit looking at them. Still learning these. As the little sister to these scenes. I think this is this is his mother. Isn't that, am I correct? I think so. I'll double check. But anyway, so there was this the relationship between Osiris, his mother. So, but she protected Set, and then she comes in later, and I think, and she helps Set. She purifies her soul. Things that were going on that weren't really cool, and but she came in. She atoned, is what I guess you could say. But this is what we're getting. We're getting where's our guy with the penis? We lost the guy with the penis. Don't leave us. We're just when I first saw that card, I couldn't stop laughing. Oh my goodness, that was so hilarious to me. I was just like, oh my goodness, there he is. There he is. Look at that lightning. Right? So I'm gonna keep these two cards out. Shall I, or should I? What time is it? Oh my God, we're going at 2 hours. Okay, so we're gonna get. This is worth it, you guys. I'm telling you, this is a time to get free. This. Wait to do this. Okay. I light a candle and I leave it burning. So whenever I need to do let's do this. Okay, I don't want to burn too much. Okay, so one more time. And they said to spread them, and then they take two of these cards. Oh, and the Syrian star. Let's read it. Happy. I get happy a lot. So anyway, I'm like this little sister to these Egyptian gods and goddesses, and these, they're all ascended masters, and I'm the little sister to the Essenes. Like, I just look at it that way, and and I love that relationship because it's sensitive. It's like sensitive. It's like I'm not sensitive. I feel more part of, and it just helps me. It's just, so I'm more relaxed around them. Whether before there was like, oh, they're ascended masters. And for me, it's just more about, and I'm an unruly little sister. It's like I should be. There's times where I fit this. We're as divine feminines, many of us are really overly independent, and what's that, rebels, and so the divine masculine energy really comes in and helps us with that. The baboon energetically with thought before undertaking any action. Best to prepare your plans and alchemically create change by visualizing it happening first. I'm being visualize. You're releasing. We've been blessing and we've been embracing. Now we gotta release it. We have to release. Find. It was like the game. So I push the button, and you could do that. Just sometimes I'll do that with like Space Invaders. I remember I used to love centipedes and just go and just that. It's that energy. It's stuckness, right? And we're gonna go into that this week. I promise. Before the 30th, I will do that. Channel message from Happy. I am Happy, God of the East, and you see me sitting by a canopic jar which held the lungs of the deceased. I hid my true functions as a force of nature, so leave your fear of me, and I will bring you great healing. You can meet me by meditating with this picture as you hold it in your hand with delight. Isn't that beautiful? And let me show you where you're at. Baboon. So just kind of take a picture with your eyes. I'm so Aset wasn't coming out for a while. She wasn't. I remember one time, where are you? You're not going to support me? She wouldn't. She was like, because I was just being a booger. I'm just, as I say that, I'm picking my nose. And she would show up. She went. I would pull the cards out. She would show up, And then I'm like, you're mad at me. And then all of a sudden she kind of flashed with the shrimp again. It was like so funny the way she did it. So it was like, yeah, because I was light beings that traveled from the star Sirius to the Great Pyramids to use it in the past, who spent time as earth people before becoming divine, returning the soul energy through the queen's Osset chamber in the Great Pyramid to Sirius after physical death is part of the purpose of the chamber of rebirth into higher consciousness. Sirius star is actually a guide for myself. Elizabeth Jensen. Yeah, that's Elizabeth Jensen. Okay. Channel Messin from she wrote this. She's the author of this. Syrian Elizabeth Jensen. Channeled message from Sirius Star. I am a joyful being who guides one soul sense of pure pleasure without a firm guide for a Syrian soul incarnate on earth. Although this is a more difficult for us to fulfill our mission. Our human I wonder if it's thought. Our human though. There's no T. Our human though has our constant star blessing to complete their mission on earth. Our human, though, has a constant star blessing to complete their mission on earth with our wisdom and healing energy. Okay? Look at that. This is almost a physical. Maybe this is what he was talking about, that light. They're not fully physical. They don't have the density. And then there's some kind of ancient okay, you guys. All right, Jesus, we talked about this. It's already, oh my God, it's going to be 11 o'clock. But I had to have that bath this morning. I'm dead. And I'm this one. Look at you guys. That's what we're going back to. And we can't go back to this if we're going to be upset with somebody because they had different special. I can't emphasize that enough. It's like to get out of that, it's like, oh, we hear this, oh, the karmic's this, the karmic's that, and but he really, well, or she really, I don't want to say the one you love because this love is just too vast to be doing that, but so that's not gonna fit anymore. But the whole idea is that whoever the ones that we have chosen to do the twin flame relationship, whoever they're loving, do you hear that? What do I say? I mean, I guess special too? I don't know. Because everybody is special. There's nobody better. We're no better than them. We're no better than them. And we cannot have this experience without them. We cannot have the divine feminine experience. It's been like releasing any idea that I'm the one for this person, because I'm not. It's to do all this work. We're bodhisattvas. I have a feeling that divine feminine is where I think I don't know if we all did, but we're bodhisattvas. And I'll go into that. I'll find that page and I'll read it, so it might help you understand. And even she talks about this. She talks about, it's like, oh, I must be special. I'm a bodhisattva. It's like, that is dangerous ground. Spiritual specialness is dangerous ground. We're going to do spiritual special. We're do you think that the beings of this pure love, this white light, like Osset and all these ascended masters, that they're just going to just, how do you say it, condone specialness, that our brothers and sisters are less than us, so if you start, so this is the perfect time to start, to go in and just release all idea that you're the special one. You're the one that would be destroyed in this relationship if you do not love yourself. That's not special. That's not that's not the romantic idea, like, like them anymore. But I have to, there's something they're working with me on that. But I'll hear like one of these romantic songs and it's like I thought I'm leaving this paradigm. But there's stuff that I still gotta learn from them. But it's just like I don't know what the romantic songs mean anymore. I really don't. And I love that. Because we're going into where is it? We're going into this, right? We're going into, let me read another one. Wear your humbleness on your sleeve. Allow the boldness to be the twinkles in your eyes. Let sway and bounce in the air like an elegant dancer. Smile your eager cheer like the pink in the cherry blossom tree. Unite these qualities that you are and take every chance for others to see their nature in your eyes. By your stillness, by your brilliance, by your movement, by your sway, your rhythm, by the stones that you have set and followed. Let its magnitude and beauty be the call to rise. Right? If we're holding on to special, they're not. They're just going to keep on showing us the lesson, showing us the lesson, showing us the lesson, showing us the lesson. We're just going to have to, Jesus says in one of the Course of Love, he says, well, you don't do this now, you can listen to the same parables, listen to the same archetypal stories. We can listen to the same tarot readings. We can listen to the same over and over and over again, just because we're holding on to this idea that we're special. When we are special, energetic, and believe me, I got caught up too. Really is disastrous. It will that I put it away. Just eating at our core, just stinging and stinging and stinging our core, just stinging and stinging and stinging because we need to be special. You get to live a life. I mean, a life. We get to truly, truly live because we're awakened to the truth of who we are, and we get to be of service to those. And so beautiful, right? It's like when we speak and somebody gets it and they're inspired and that's so beautiful. This time I got so much you can use. Three of Pentacles. We're going to work together, right? We're going to work together. So that, and if you're doing special and that special has been resulted into black magic where you're being attacked, a lot of people that attack use this time for attacking the full moon phases, right? The full moon and the new moon phases. So this is a really perfect time. So I'll get on it, right? And so we can experience the retriever, maybe the retriever. So everything that we lost got caught up in specialness, we can it'll come back to us, right? Give up this. This is what special looks like. Yeah, they're like, really? You want special? Really? You want special? That you still want special? That's what you want? You sure? You don't want the green shirt, right? The nice. That's what you want, right? You don't want to reclaim. You don't want to reclaim your authenticity, right? The wisdom, your wisdom. I think this is the journey card. Is this the journey one? Yeah. You don't want to go on a voyage, hang out with dolphins.